In this lecture, I am going to complete change password functionality for logged in user. First of all, let's register a new route for our change password page in our web.php file, which is under routes folder. Route method for our change password page will be get, and URL will be profile slash change hyphen password, and it will execute change underscore password method of profile controller. I did not create the method yet. I will create in a while. And the route name for our change password page is change underscore password. Now let's add a route for the action URL of our change password form. Route method for the action URL will be post, and URL will be profile slash update hyphen password, and it will execute update underscore password method of profile controller. Let's give a name to this route, update underscore password. Now let's open our profile controller, and then let's add change underscore password and update underscore password method inside profile controller. Let's get request object as a parameter to this method. Now let's create a view file for our change password page. I am going to create the view file under resources views profile folder. Let's create a new file called change underscore password.blade.php. Our change password page will extend our profile layout file, which I created in the last video, which is extending our main layout. And in our profile layout there is a common left sidebar. You can see this is the common left sidebar, and because our profile layout is extending our main layout, so in our profile layout this header and footer is common. Now our dashboard page is extending our profile layout file, so let's copy the code from dashboard page and let's paste it to our change password page, and then rename it to change password. Now let's add some HTML codes for our change password form. Our change password form will have old password, new password and confirm password input fields. Let's give the action URL to this form. The route name for our change password action URL is update underscore password. Now let's return this view file from our change underscore password method, which is inside profile controller. So let's return the view file. The view file is under profile folder and the file name is change underscore password.blade.php. We do not need to provide .blade.php because this is a view file. Now let's add this change password page link to this anchor tag, which is in our profile layout file. So let's open profile layout file and let's add change password link to this anchor tag. The route name for our change password page is change underscore password, and then let's add an active class to this li. If the current route name is change underscore password, there will be an active class to this li. Now let's refresh the page and click on change password link. You can see we are redirecting to change password page and our change password link is active and the change password form is rendering. Now let's add jQuery client side validations for our change password form. So let's open our profile.js file, which is inside public folder, public.js folder. I already created this file for edit profile functionality. You can see there is a jQuery validations for our edit profile form, which I added in the last video during edit profile functionality. Let's copy this code and paste it here, and let's provide the ID of our change password form. I did not give any ID to this form, so let's give an ID to this form. And then let's provide this ID to these validation rules. Our change password form don't have first name last name field, so let's remove this from here. we need to add validation rules for our old password, new password and confirm password fields. So let's add validations for our old password, new password and confirm password fields. Our old password field should be required and it should be minimum of 6 characters and max of 100 character length. And our new password field will have the same rules as our old password field, and our confirm password field should be required and it should be equal to our new password field. This is the ID of our new password field in our change password form. You can see the ID of our new password field is new underscore password. So our confirm password field should be equal to our new password field. This is the ID of our new password field. And then let's add some messages for our validation rules. If you want to override default messages, you can override the messages inside messages object. If you do not want to override the default messages, you do not need to provide messages object here. I am overriding the messages for old password record rules. Enter your old password, and for new password record rules I am overriding the message to enter your new password, and for confirm password record rules I am overriding the message to need to confirm your new password. And then I am before submitting the form I am displaying a overlay loader here and then submitting the form. Okay, if you are new to this series, you can see my registration form validations for jQuery validations. I briefly discuss about jQuery validations in my registration form validations, which is included in this series. So you can see that. Now let's refresh the page and try to submit the form. You can see our client-side validation is working. Actually, this profile layout file is included in our main layout file. I already included this profile.js file in our main layout file during edit profile functionality. You can see our profile.js file is already included in our main layout file, and I already added jQuery validations library in the head of our main layout file during registration form validation. So you can check our registration form validation video, which is included in this series. Now so our client side validation is working. Okay, so now let's add server side validations for our change password form. So let's open our profile controller, and inside update password method let's add server side validations. Now let's add validation rules for our old password, new password and confirm password fields. These are Laravel validation rules. Our old password field should be required and it should be minimum of 6 characters and max of 100 character length, and our new password field should be required and minimum of 6 character and max of 100 character length. Make sure your rules for your server side and client side are same. Okay, you can see in our client side validation rules are required and min length of 6 and max length of 100. Exactly our server side validation rules also required and min of 6 characters and max of 100 character length. Okay, and for our new password field validation rules are same as our old password field, and our confirm password field should be required and it should be same as our new password field. Now let's check our server side validation is working or not. So first of all let's disable our client side validation so that we can check our server side validation is working or not. So let's disable our client side validation rules. Now let's try to submit the form without inputting any value. You can see we are redirecting back, but we are not getting any validation messages because I did not display any validation messages for our server side validations. Let's add or let's display the validation messages inside our change password form. So I am checking if there is any validation messages for old password field. Then I am displaying the first error for old password field, I mean first error message, and for similarly for new password field if there is any validation messages for new password field, then I will display the first error for new password field, and similarly for change password field, if if similarly for confirm password field, if there is any validation error messages for confirm password field, then I am displaying the first error for confirm password validation messages. Now let's refresh the page and try to submit the form without inputting any value. You can see we are redirecting back and we are getting validation messages. Okay, let's provide a break. Sorry, I have placed this in wrong place, so let's put it inside this div. Yeah, our server-side validation is working properly. Now let's check this old password field. I mean old password value is matches to users current password or not. So let's check the old password is matches or not. First of all, let's enable our client-side validation rules, which I disabled to check our server-side validation rules. Okay. Now let's check the user's old password is matches or not. So I will check user's password with the help of hash facade. So let's include hash facade at the top. Hash facade helps us to check user's password. So let's check if the old password is matches or not. So I'll write hash check, and inside hash check method you need to provide the plain password in the first parameter. So let's provide the plain password which is user providing as old password, and then you need to provide the encrypted password in the second parameter. First of all, let's store currently user data to a variable current user. That means the authenticated user data. We can get the authenticated user data by auth helper. Now inside hash check method, let's pass the encrypted password value to this method in second parameter. This is user's encrypted password which is stored in our database, and this is the plain password I am giving to this method. Okay, it will return us true if the plain password is matches to this encrypted password. I am checking if old password is matches or not, and if old password does not match, then I will return the user back to change password page with an error message. Return redirect back. With error, old password does not match. You can provide this message as per your choice. And if old password matches, then I will update user's password. So let's copy this. I am updating currently user's password, so I will write current user update. I want to update which field? I want to update user's password field, and I will update user's password by which value? By user's new password value. We need to encrypt the password, so I will encrypt user password by bcrypt helper in Laravel. And what will be user's new password? User's new password will be request new password, which is users providing. And after updating users password, I will redirect the user back to change password page with a success message. Password successfully updated. Now let's check our change password functionality is working or not. Let's refresh the page. First of all, let's provide an incorrect old password value. You can see old password does not match. Now let's provide a correct value, correct old password value, which is 123456. Let's provide new password 12345678, 12345678 to check our confirm password validation is working or not. Yes, confirm password validation is also working. 12345678. You can see password successfully updated. Okay, so in the next lecture I will add logout functionality for logged in user. Okay, I think you understand how we can implement change password functionality in our authentication system. So stay connected for the next lecture.